5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Listen to me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike's 50.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
That's the end of the 3rd.
We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Delayed game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. Watkins. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They'll get 34 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Check, 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 check. Watch the eye. 15. 40's the mark. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Hey, Delta.
24 is the mic. Check, 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 check. 24 is the mic. Check mic, check mic.
Here you go. Bring the energy.
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
Check 49, check 49.
Hey, Echo.
Cousins. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away, taking it about the 36. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. The 20. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got you.
Hey, Steve.
Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.